This is literally the biggest.
I think that's the biggest snow I've ever seen.
Literally.
It is sticking a little bit.
Girl, they're huge.
They're like the size of my thumb.
I feel like we're in an actual snow globe.
That's insane. Look at it coming across the street.
So we've just come out on our New Year's Day walk.
Is it robin?
Oh yeah. It actually snowed overnight, and I don't think you can see it actually in here. You can't. It's just started snowing again. Lola is contemplating whether she wants to go across that mud or not. Oh, she's gone.
She's in.
We've got our new Barber wellies on again, putting them to great use. I just think it's amazing that we live here, like just at the foot of these hills and literally in the countryside. We had quite a chilled New Year's Eve, didn't we? Didn't really do a lot. Watched a bit of telly, stayed up till midnight. Gareth gave me a big smooch, said Happy New Year. Lola was terrified of the fireworks, even though she was fine on bonfire night. Don't know what happened there. So she ended up in our bed for a while. You having fun, Lola?
She's enjoying herself.
Yeah, shivering away. So we're gonna just go for a nice peaceful New Year's Day walk. Oh my god, I just sunk in that. Oh. Man down. We're gonna just walk around here. Gareth wanted to go up that hill there, but sorry, I can't be doing that today. I don't have the strength from staying up till midnight. Me and Gareth had a deep chat last night about our goals and what we wanted to do in 2021. Obviously we're in tier 4, so we can't really do a lot at the moment. So we're going to just work hard on continuing our life plans, aren't we?
Shake. Good girl. She's enjoying herself. Oh look, there's like a little bit of a green. Good girl. She's got a muddy nose. That was a magpie.
Welcome back to At Home with Jared. We've got a little imposter again. We're going to just talk through a few bits because with it being 2021, I want to make a few updates to the house. Nothing drastic, just a few updates that Gareth actually okayed. Not that I need approval anyway. Have you okayed the new updates to the house, honey?
I think so.
Do we talk you through them so you can admit to it online? Brilliant. So what I'm thinking of doing is, now that this lounge is done to the best that it's going to be, I wanted to change it to like wood floors, but it's going to be a lot of effort and faff, so we'll just stick with carpet. Like I don't really want to get rid of brand new carpet. It seems wasteful, doesn't it? So the lounge is done to the... Oh, bye! We now have her ringing the bells, so there we go.
She's got us running around like waiters.
So there's slight updates I want to make just to the guest room, the kitchen and the hallway. Let's take you out. So this light here is lovely. We paid to have this changed over because there was just a basic sort of pendant there before. It's nice, but we used to have this table the other way round, and it used to sit sort of in the middle of the table when it was that way round. But we've now changed this recently, sort of towards Christmas time, and we've actually found that this is much more practical. It gives more space either side of the table, and it just looks more appealing, I think, when you come in the room. So we're going to have this light changed to more of a sort of longer light that actually sits across the whole table, so we'll have to have it moved across slightly, but we're going to do that as soon as sort of restrictions allow. So that's one change. I also am on the lookout for new placemats because we've got the little cork ones, and they're horrid, so I want like slate or maybe marble ones, so I'm having a look. So out here at the moment we have the doormat, and then we have a little mat for shoes to go on, and then we have this beautiful console table. But I've found it's like a unit from Wayfair. I'll link it in the description box and put a picture in. Basically it's got a seat on the bottom with a cushion, so you can actually sit on it to put your shoes on and take your shoes off. And then it goes up to just below that bell box, and it has hooks on it, so you can obviously hang guests' coats. We're going to put Lola's harness and lead on there, and then we can get rid of that second mat there because the seat lifts up, so we can actually put our shoes into the thing as storage. And then on top of it I'm gonna get a little box for sort of gloves and hats and stuff, because at the moment ours are just scattered around the house, so it'd be good to have everything all together. And then that diffuser in the middle and the lamp. So the diffuser I'm going to put on top of the cabinet, and the lamp, I don't know whether the lamp would look all right on top of it, or whether I can get like a little sort of 3-drawer chest to go next to it just to pop the lamp on, because I like to have the lamp out here for lights. We have it to come on in the night, so when we go for walks there's already a light on when we come back, so we haven't got to faff around just putting the big lights on. So we'll have a little look at that, and then I'm going to sell this console table. It's a lovely console table, and I would like, I would keep it in an ideal world, but I think this unit is just a lot more practical for this area. I wish I knew that we had it before we moved in, because then obviously I wouldn't have bought this. So that's that. So up in the guest room, I'm not going to take you up that at the moment because we're using it for like dry and washing, because obviously in the winter you don't put your washing outside. We do have a tumble dryer, but we don't like to put t-shirts in the tumble dryer because they'll probably shrink. So we like to dry our t-shirts on the clothes horse, usually outside, but obviously in the winter we have to do it inside. And that's the best room because we just have the window open. Anyway, nobody cares about our washing. Up in the guest room, I want to wallpaper the wall behind the bed. I've been looking for wallpaper for months, and I finally found one that I like. I'll insert a picture here. So I want to wallpaper that wall, and that light on the ceiling is the only light with the original sort of pendant with just a light shade around it. So I want to get a nice new sort of chrome ceiling light to complement every other room, because we've got nice lights in every room. and above each of the side tables in that room, I want to put like sort of plain either hexagon or sort of rectangular mirrors. I've seen that used a lot on sort of Instagram, and it does look really effective. And because the room's quite narrow, that will really help to reflect the light in the walls to make it look and feel wider. We've got a mirror on this wall, a long mirror, and then we've got a circular mirror on this wall. So if we have mirrors on those walls, it'll properly make it look elongated. So there's a few things that I bought Gareth for Christmas and that we've had that I want to talk you through. So I'm going to just talk you through them now. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is this beautiful wooden box. So this is from Personal Creations. So I was given a sort of discount code that actually covered the whole cost of this, which I got just before Christmas, and it was recently delivered. So it's a adventure box, and obviously personalised with our names on there. And it's sort of black felt lined on the inside, and it has this beautiful little sort of clasp to close it. And basically we're going to pop this up into the guest room. And fun there. We're going to pop this into the guest room, and whenever we go places, like we've got some shells that we got from a beach we went to in Wales, and like little stubs from tickets when we've been abroad and that type of stuff, we're going to put them into this box, so then like we can have a little look through in, you know, every so often to remind ourselves of all of the adventures we've been on, which I think is a really cute idea. So these canvases here, so we have one of Lola lying down as a puppy, and then we have me and Lola and Gareth and Lola. I bought these with discount codes from Free Prints. I'll link all of these guys down below. So Free Prints, I've sort of done a bit of work on Lola's account with, just showing some of their products and their photo books, that type of stuff. I bought these with, again, a discount code. These we are thinking of putting on that wall there, because it's the only wall that's blank. So these are bigger canvases that we got a few years back. These are a bit smaller because this is a smaller space. So we're thinking of popping them there. So we're going to put them up and test them, and then we can have a little look-see. So I wanted to show you those. Then we also had this from Free Prints as well. It's like just a shiny, finished picture of Lola with... Lola knows I'm calling her name. Lola! Excuse the Crocs that we used to let Lola go out in the garden. It's got a stand on the back, so you can actually pop it up. And then the last things to talk about are these photo tiles, which are from Free Print Photo Tiles. Again, I bought these with a discount code. I think we've got 8. So these are of Lola. Then there's me, Gareth, and my parents in New York. Lola and Izzy, which is my childhood dog, which sadly we had to have put to sleep at the end of the year last year. Me and Gareth in New York. Lola's most iconic picture. Oh, and me, Gareth and Lola on Porthcawl Beach, where we found our shells to go in our adventure box. So they're photo tiles. So basically, on the back of the photo tiles, there's already sort of foam stickies to put them on the wall, and then you get additional ones with them. They also included this like spirit level to make sure that they're all level on the wall. Now we're thinking of putting these next to the front door. So we're thinking of popping them here, so as you come in the front door, they'll be there. Obviously I know the door will be open, so you'll see them on the way out, but I think that's a nice little space to pop them. I think I'll just do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and they'll look really nice there. And I also just picked these slate coasters up from the range. They are lovely and they're only like £3 or £4. We have these white marble ones, but they literally like pick up any little mark. So if you put a cup of tea in there and some tea spills, it like stains it. So this one over here is like horrific. So I thought, why not just go for some black slate and, you know, Welsh slate and my heritage and all that jazz. So I'm going to pop these out later as well. So we've put these canvases up on the wall now. So we put them up using these command strips. So we've used the medium-sized ones, and we put one at the top and one on each side, just to make sure that they definitely hold. But most of our things, so that one over there is up with command strips, those are, and that, and they all hold really well. We really highly recommend these, so I'll link them below as well. But I think they look nice and cute there. They complement the aesthetics of the room perfectly. Lovely. And Lola's slowly taking over. She's everywhere. Lola. So we're still getting through all of our Christmas food and alcohol. Gareth's gonna enjoy the Serrano and Coke. So we've actually had a bit of a change of heart. Let me just go back a bit. So this bigger canvas here was actually our Christmas gift from my granddad and his partner, and they basically took one of Lola's most iconic pictures and they've had it, it's sort of, how do you describe it, Gareth? This like, it's a canvas obviously, but it's like a digital sort of,
I've never seen a canvas like
no,
it in the sense of
it's very
style,
different,
but
it's lovely.
Really like eye-catching.
It's more of a sort of abstract watercolor digital print. That's what I would describe it as. And it's got the
outside of it too.
Yeah, it's got like the details of all of the bits coming off it, and obviously Lola's name. So we were originally going to put this up in our guest room, but this wall here behind the door is always plain, and we always shut the door when we're in here. Sort of Gareth works from the kitchen for work, and we always shut the door to keep obviously Lola contained to just downstairs, and it's always really plain, isn't it? So we've actually put 4 of our photo tiles around that picture and got that in the middle, and I think it's beautiful. So this is more of a sort of Lola wall. We've got that as a feature. Then we've got 4 canvases of Lola. That's when she was a puppy. That was last year. That was when she was a puppy. And that's Lola and Izzy. So that's this wall. Then we put only 4 of the photo tiles here on this wall. So I wanted to put them sort of just underneath each other, and I think it's worked out better because I think 8 would have looked crammed in on that wall.
Too busy.
So it's worked out in our favour, I think, because it makes that wall look a bit longer. And for me, we were missing a sort of personal touch in the house. So I'll just show you these ones as well. So that was, as I said, me, Gareth and Lola on Porthcawl Beach, where we got our little shells to put in our adventure box. Then that's me, Gareth, and my parents, so my dad and my mum. That's in New York. That was actually walking along the High Line, and we had the sort of road and a few skyscrapers behind us. This is, I think, one of Lola's most iconic pictures. So that's in one of her bandanas from Lulu's Locker on Instagram. We'll link down below. So she was their autumn winter rep. And this was the first thing I purchased with my rep discount, and I don't know, it's just stuck and become Lola's sort of iconic picture. So just something else exciting, actually, we've created a YouTube account just for Lola, and it's called The Daily Dash. I'll also link that below, and I'll constantly link it in my socials. And we're going to be posting videos of Lola. So the first 2 we've got on there are obviously when we first picked Lola up and she first come home, and then we've got a sort of settling in video, and it's just going to be sort of short no longer than 10 minutes, sort of 5 minutes videos of just Lola, pictures and videos of Lola. So if you're interested in little Lola, then give that a follow and a subscribe. And then the last one is me and Gareth in New York. This is one of my favourite pictures, I think, ever of me and Gareth, and one of my favourite pictures from New York. So there was like a New York police van, and it was right next to where this woman, oh actually it's in my New York vlog, which I'll link down below as well. One of the police wardens was like guiding the traffic and was like blowing her whistle and was having a whale of a time. And this was literally right next to it, and as you can see, me and Gareth were probably laughing at the woman. And it's one of my favourite photos because you can see the genuine happiness on our faces. So I think, yeah, that looks really nice there. And then the last thing was the canvas of Lola. This canvas of Lola, which I've put on the wall in the office. So I work up in the office every day. And I was thinking, do you know what? Actually, there's no pictures of Lola here at all. So I'm actually thinking that other little picture of Lola with a stand on it, I might put that in here as well. Come on then, Lola. Come on then.
Look at these little birds. You could have a little Christmas one, have that one for next year. We've got a little gingerbread man one. Stick that one on it.
You are funny.
There's even a little tartan one.
You are funny. That is my favourite picture of Lola, and that is a lovely, lovely canvas. So I just thought I'd quickly show you. We didn't really know what to have for dinner tonight, so Gareth went to Tesco's and got one of the finest meal deals. So for main, we had the roasted mushroom gnocchi with truffle oil, and I love gnocchi, so that is going to be beautiful, with the potato dauphinoise to go with it. And then for pudding, he got passion fruit and raspberry tarts. So it's an all butter pastry case filled with raspberry curd and topped with passion fruit cream. Ooh, yes please, honey. And I don't know if you know this, but I'm actually allergic to alcohol. So Gareth got 2 bottles of bottle green, the hand-picked elderflower and the crisp apple, which is in the fridge, chilling. So we're having a little date night tonight. So this is our finest meal deal. I'm gutted.
There's not a lot to it, is there?
Well, I'm gutted because I thought we had frozen broccoli in the freezer, but I realised last week for our roast we actually had fresh broccoli. Look at that wall.
Yeah, so no green.
That's a nice sight. That's a nice sight. That's a nice sight. So we've just literally got dauphinoise potatoes and the mushroom gnocchi with truffle oil, and I've just toasted some burger buns so we can have some substance to it. But yeah, I'm gutted we couldn't have our broccoli, but I'm sure it's going to taste amazing anyway.
Or some green, long
Beans,
green
yeah.
beans and carrots or something.
Lesson learned for next time. So I think we will end the vlog there. So if you've enjoyed, please subscribe. We would like to get a sort of a more substantial following to share our lives with. We are genuinely excited. Thank you. Lola's just chilling in her crate. Are you tired? Are you tired? Yeah, she said I'm tired.